Hey everybody, XJoe81X, and on the tubes today, new power pole, part 3. Possibly final, but part 3 for now. So the last couple of months, if you're even interested, they have been coming up and down the block with certain bucket trucks, trucks with names, trucks, Verizon trucks, and they've been doing stuff to the pole. Let me zoom in on what they're working on. The top is power, 3-phase, so that's done, or done enough. And this is what they're working on. So disregard the orange rope for a second. I found out that that top piece, that orange rope, that's Cablevision / Optimum. I found out that the very bottom, the top, the next one down. No, I'm lying. I would have to see the guy. Anyway, the very top is Cablevision Optimum, like I said. Then there's 3 more. One of them is the old school telephone line. Straight up 9X, Bell, whatever it was when this when this area was developed, straight up, pick up the phone, paying how much a month for long distance, whatever it was, 9X, like I said, Bell, Atlantic, whatever. And then through the years, Verizon or fiber optics, that was ran, and that's one of them. And I don't know what the other one is, or it's a backup. Doesn't matter. Okay. The right box on your right screen was also added. Whoa, this was added months ago, just randomly. And if you notice, now the pole is gone. Today's January, Saturday, 2018. I don't remember the date. I don't know. 20th? January 20th? So the pole is gone. Cool, right? Now it's normal looking. So, like I said, they would come and go and do stuff, and who cares, and you'd be watching TV, whatever. So, recently, is the top bolt was added months ago, where this bolt right here, right above my finger, that weird bolt, that was added months ago, and these 2 bottom were added last week. Somebody dropped the ball and didn't add a bolt here. That's why it's roped off like that, and the guy hammered in some kind of nail or something, and to make sure the wire doesn't, because obviously the wire goes up and then it sags. It goes up and then it's actually tighter here. So randomly, one day, a truck pulled up, like 5 o'clock, dark. And you see the flashing yellow light, so you're like, oh, what is this? The guy went up on a ladder, up on the bucket, and he chopped off what was left of like the first 6 feet. And he was throwing stuff on the ground. And he was in this area. And I think he was disconnecting stuff. There was obviously other bolts with brackets. And he was up there for like an hour. Then he got the chainsaw. And then he decided to lop off about 18 inches at a time until he got down to about here. Then they packed up and then they went west. The whole block has been busy all week, east and west. They just up and down. No problem. The next night, the first night, now I'm watching the guy. Now my fake phone line, which I don't use, is really low now because he disconnected it. I should have went outside and said, hey, just cut that off. But hey, listen, it was freezing. It was late at night, dark, and I just felt like in the winter these guys are like more irritable. You know, they're out all day and they're like, what does this guy want? So that's okay. If it's low, let it rip it out. It's no lower than if like a truck comes by, but it's a little lower. But I digress. Incidentally, if I could get a picture without the flag, see right here? That pole is actually still there. So in essence, look what that looked like. Oh, how you doing? So the first 6 feet was chopped off because it's in line with the wires. And then you have like another 6 feet on the bottom. So that's what happened. So fast forward to the next day, whatever it was. The next day, a truck came, connected whatever was left on top with like a hook, like a hook thing, just went around the pole, and then took a piece, like a roller, and then just kind of like shimmied it out of the ground. Well, what's good is now it's frozen. So theoretically, the ground, wherever the frost limit is, the pole should just come right up, because if you think about it, it's like a frozen sleeve of dirt. It's probably the most vulnerable right now than it would be when the dirt finally settles. So anyway, they picked the pole up, took it right out. They looked like there was only about 4 to 5 feet in the ground. Black as anything because of the dirt. It's probably been there for hundreds of years. Well, maybe not, but enough. At least 50, 60. They loaded it on a truck, and then they left. My wife says they backfilled it. It's too cold, and these people across the street just moved in, and I'm not going to walk across the street and be like, hello, everybody, blah, 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 and have them, my first interaction with them, a bad one. It's bad enough if they look out the window, they see my huge fucking tablet, because I'm doing this on the Samsung tablet. Not that it means anything, they since added 2 plastic railings and a plastic railing off their driveway. They've painted that inside of the house and done crown and floor molding. But that's not what this is about. So anyway, that's about it. Nothing flickered, nothing, everything's still working. I'm sure whoever dropped the ball on that orange cable, orange rope, will eventually come on by, put a bolt in, and then throw the rope away. It's obviously holding that, so maybe if I'm around, I'll steal it. But these guys usually work during the day, and at night, it's freezing. So, thanks for watching. That's really all I have. And keep you updated, but the poll's gone. I'll have to check my previous dates, but we're at January 20th, 2018. So we'll see how long it took from poll 1, part 1, part 2, to actually remove this. But yes, like I said, they didn't remove his. Right down there. And I could get in the car and go up and down the block, but when I came home the other day, they all pretty much look the same. There's a couple of rope pieces here and there. But all in all, I think it's a good job. The electric is a great job. Up, out of the way. The pole is actually, I think, 4 feet larger, taller. And all this high-rise stuff is brand new. It was just, 3-phase, because there's a major road east of me. That's all the connections. Fresh wood. These little butt connections, like these little black things, but then there's like a 8-inch tail. I don't know what those are for. Maybe it's for quick connections. Who knows? Maybe the telephone has to stay because of emergency purposes. Just in case we lose everything, they could always activate it. Maybe. Like I didn't even ask. But like again, this little one's hanging. It's flapping in the wind. It's pretty low. It's hard to decipher my neighbor and me, and then the dark black. But take my word for it. It's a little bit lower. But like I said, it's the phone line. So it's not even connected to the house. It just stops at the gutter. Thanks for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe. And have a great weekend.